Welcome back to Aether Eternius Dark Side of the Foundry. It's been a couple weeks, namely holidays and the like getting in the way. But we're all here once again today, gathered for another session. So, who would like to do a recap of what happened last time?
Not it.
Not it.
Wow!
I already told you everything that went wrong.
A lot of things did go wrong. A lot of things went very wrong. But last time you did successfully descend into the lair of the False Hydra. For the most part, you actually went through rather unabated, though occasionally it did lash out at you several times as it knew you were here, knew you were arriving, knew that what you had come to do. After a few mental attacks, for the most part, you were able to navigate your way at least partially through the maze of what is essentially the underground of the plane of water, at least part of the underground. You discovered the black market, what's left of it, of course, but instead of exploring there, you actually were attacked several times by the Hydra before eventually making your way into a much lower hallway. However, things didn't go quite as planned from there on forward, whereas Tiberius suddenly had a mysterious benefactor help the group. Said benefactor was able to take you to the actual thing's lair, the very heart of where the Hydra lay. And that is when... Go ahead.
As far as most of our characters know, it was just a portal.
Mm-hmm. Once you realized you were essentially a wall away from the thing, some mild, not mild, severe panic set in as you attempted to get a hold of Glacia without alerting the creature, eventually utilizing illusions to do so. After what seemed to be a couple calls failing to get a hold of Glacia, you eventually did, and were able to pinpoint the creature's location and send it to them. What followed was a panicked, mad dash to get the hell out of the sewers as the entire place collapsed around you as a huge creature literally came out from the ground, swallowed the entire chamber that the Hydra was in, leaving you guys to basically run from the collapsing disaster. There were a couple fumbles, let's be honest, and a failed badass moment because Rose did not look away from the explosion of their own fireball. Aether Eternius, Olympic 100-meter dash, essentially. And you all had varying degrees of success. More importantly, Tiberius had taken Freya's, who was in the form of a pony of all things, with him to the very front of the entire underground area, essentially escaping before everyone else did, and then kind of just waiting for you all to keep up. Very polite of you, Tiberius. Very polite.
I'm a giver.
But now we are here. The group has taken some time and off the clock to roleplay out their characters, heading through the sewers and eventually to the elevator they originally had taken to get down to this point. They're broken. They're weary. They're bruised. They have been through one hell of a day. Because, yeah, everything here took place in the span of one day. You are now standing before the call elevator that leads up to Glacia's high-rise. As a dog barks.
That's us pressing the button.
Alright, which button are you pressing? There's a total of 3 buttons on it. One is obviously has an arrow leading upward, another one seems to be a red button, and the other one is what looks to be a blank button.
Yes.
You just gotta press all of them?
Yes.
Okay. As you slam your paw on all 3 buttons, the lights in the entire room turn on. So you see a bunch of lights in this area flicker on to light, as well as like further on down the hallway. Kind of like maintenance lights. Also, the red button is now flashing red, beeping constantly, going doot, 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 doot. And the top button is now also lit up. And yeah, you are now surrounded by very bright lights, kind of like maintenance shaft lights, and a constant beeping.
At least it'll be faster. I didn't design this thing. Who needs a shaft that goes up and down?
Actually, close at roll 20. God dang it. But, yeah, that beeping is going to continue on for, I'd say, almost about 3 minutes at this point, and the elevator is still not arrived.
Maybe I should try it again.
You could try it again?
Yep.
Just all 3 of them?
Yep.
And you hit all 3 again, and all of the lights turn off around you, and the beeping continues.
This isn't better at all.
Didn't someone have a map? Maybe someone should go look around for a manhole cover.
As you guys are standing there for several seconds, eventually an intercom begins to crackle to life. It seems to be a voice you're not familiar with, a very bored sounding voice. It's like, I'm sorry, but only people who have Glacier's express permission can use this elevator.
Do I need to call him? Because I can do that.
Can I get your names?
I believe he put us under. The idiot's gone to take care of the thing below the sewers.
Give me a second. You actually hear the shuffling of papers. Oh yeah, here you. Okay, I see ya. I'll go ahead and send the elevator down, and the intercom crackles as it shuts off. All the buttons stop flashing and turn off. Finally, the beeping finally stops. You can pretty much understand that it was a call for help button.
Wait, would that have worked against the Hydra?
Probably not. Hopefully not.
Just Jed the generator coming down blank. Oh yeah, the old False Hydra. I'll take care of that for you in 5 minutes. You just need to hit him with a stick a few times.
Jed is a fucking godsend, man. Well done.
You know what they say, WD-40 for the things that are supposed to move that aren't, and duct tape for the things that move that shouldn't.
And the wrench for things that move and you made sure they weren't supposed to.
But after a couple minutes, you do hear a bing as the elevator top light shines open and the doors open.
Tiberius is gonna go in.
Okay. And Pride will kind of follow after Belua as well.
Flix, are you staying down here?
No, I'm coming up too.
If there's room.
There's
Yeah,
plenty of room.
Flicks the stick. He's just gonna like sweep in the back when no one's looking.
We just fold him neatly and put him in the glove compartment.
Working now, it's perfectly fine. You can do that.
No.
But as the elevator doors close, leaving the sewers behind, you are surrounded by essentially a deep, almost calming mechanical silence as the elevator doors close and begin to rise up toward to the taller floors. It is a very quiet, slow ride. There's some music kind of on the edge of your hearing, like very low, cheesy elevator music. It's nothing too great. You probably have at least, I'd say, 5 or so minutes before you reach the ground floor. Oh, yeah. But as the elevator rises toward the ground floor, you start to kind of remember some of the people that you've already lost. The librarian, his memories are back again. Dan, Greed's limo driver, and several other individuals that you had sworn you saw originally, but are now gone, never to be seen again.
Darius is just sort of hanging out in the back. His paws are bandaged, and he's just sort of tiredly sitting there or standing there.
Bryce will probably be the first one to get out and be like, okay, we all agreed on the casino?
The elevator eventually does reach the ground floor, only the ground floor, and kind of opens up into the main lobby area for all of you.
Well, no reason to dilly-dally. Let's go.
I need to actually make sure I have the casino map ready. Hold up. But from what you can notice, the main lobby is actually surprisingly empty right now. There's not a lot of guards currently. Just a secretary at the front desk. And she doesn't seem to pay you much attention. It's a water primordial of some sort, but she seems to be busy with paperwork.
Various is gonna trundle over and looks exhausted. Do we need to talk to Lord Glacia, or
The secretary is going to kind of look over her desk at you, Various. It's like, Lord Glacia is currently out dealing with the damage. So if you want to talk to him, you're going to have to head on out.
Right. Nice. It's trundling after.
If you want to find him, he's over by where the old museum used to be.
Well, at least we took out something not important.
You see Various stir just enough to glower over it at Tibbs.
What?
What's the point?
But the secretary kind of does look over all of you and it's like, I gotta admit, all you kind of look like shit. Maybe you should go find a place to lay down for a bit before you do anything else.
Wow, she's got the best bedside manner. What a cunt.
But yeah, Tiberius is just going to kind of watch this, look at the rest, and just start marching towards Greed's casino.
Alright. So just gonna head out onto the streets.
Yep, Freya is following and keeping a very good eye on Tibbs.
Okay.
Which one?
The
what?
19 passive perception one.
No. Which one of the four eyes?
Which one of Freya's 4 eyes?
Touche.
I can't wait to return to a bunny and she becomes Tiberius's wife.
Wait, what?
Wait,
not
what?
happening.
Yeah, totally.
I could barely hear Allie. What'd she say?
She said you can't wait till till Freya gets turned into a bunny and becomes Tiberius's wife. I'm like, that's not happening.
Yes, it is. I will make it happen.
The problem is it's a regular rabbit, so it'd be like this small little loaf of fur.
Yes, it'd be adorable. And it's the only thing that, Tiberius could hopefully not kill.
Wait, what?
That'd be the easiest thing for Tiberius to kill.
But Various is gonna look over at Bruce and then look at the others.
See, Varius will be there to protect Bunny Tiberius, so it's okay. Or Bunny Freus. Whichever hell it is you are. Too many of them. Too many!
But Various is gonna be like, I think it might be best for us to take roast to fire. Surely there are some healers or medics. I think that water may have done more damage than we thought.
Works for me.
No, they can finish what we were doing here. You and I and Belua are going to go back.
You see Pride kind of step up to all of you. It's like, perhaps I might offer a suggestion instead. Let's leave the people of Wanted to do as they need to. They have a lot to mourn, a lot of dead to mourn into catalog. Perhaps it's best that you return to a home of your own and let some time pass. As much as I would love to see Greed again, I have a feeling that he's also dealing with much of his own problems at the present, considering he may have lost several people under him as well.
The only person we would have to talk to is, well, Glacia, and since we were in direct contact, I think they know what's going on by now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And
going home wouldn't hurt.
And I have a feeling that if Glacia wants to speak to you again, he will let you know.
You still have the pearl.
You have the pearl, remember? Reyes was too
Yes.
busy being a horse.
Well, he said we still have.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, I'm tired.
You're fine.
No, it's okay.
You're fine. I
You
understand
had
it's a
to
bit
deal
more-
with flooding. This is
And I-
understandable.
And I understand it's a bit more of a trek back to wherever it is. I believe it is in the Foundry, yes. But perhaps it'd be better that you slept and rested in a place that is comfortable than, say, an incredibly loud, vibrant, and flashy casino. Hmm?
Right.
It's Pride, not Greed. Well, I'm the one suggesting this after all. As for me, I believe I have some people I need to catch up with, too. However, I will probably see you all again sometime if you are more willing to allow me to offer you my company. But I do need to check in with Father. But you should all return home and get some rest. You all need it. Desperately. I know this might not be much coming from me, but as a negative primordial, I can feel the emotions radiating from each and every one of you. And I'll say this right now. None of you are in any state to talk to a lord or do anything outside of resting right now. And I mean that sincerely.
You heard him. Come on, let's get go.
Pride will look at Darius. It's like, Darius, what's wrong?
Nothing. Let's get Rose back home and get him settled in and hopefully if we have to, maybe we'll call a healer. Or call for a healer.
It shouldn't be too difficult.
I mean, we could also just ask Leonard to come and deal with it. He is the Fire Lord, and this is one of his charges. Just saying. Good, excellent. Then we're all agreed then. Back to the fire, back to the house that Rose built, and then we'll just sleep it off, because Lord knows there's no alcohol over there.
I'll see you all soon. As I said, I have my own things I need to take care of before I do anything further. And with that, Pride will actually seem to step away from all of you for a few seconds and vanish into the shadows. As if he was never there.
Oh man, the False Hydra's still here. We gotta go back down.
Oh,
No, it's not. We still remember that jerk. I mean, Pride.
wow. I mean, yeah. But yeah, he seems to have stepped away into some shadows, and very quickly his form simply seemed to melt away into it.
So yeah, if nobody else. Oh wait, never mind.
What do you want to do now?
Oh, I was gonna wait for Jen to be done typing, but yeah, if nothing else is for here, I think we'll just all go home.
Mm-hmm. And as you guys begin to walk through the streets, things are surprisingly much quieter as you begin to also notice that several street lamps are now turned on. The sky above, even though you were essentially in a dome, is much darker than it had been when you originally descended down into the depths. You can actually catch sight of a few modular clocks here and there, and notice that it is in fact quite late at night, actually. But more importantly, as you begin to head toward the gateway that leads to the Foundry, which is kind of on the outskirts of the city, you pass by a massive hole in the ground. It's as if, as you're going through the city, you see there's just a pitfall where a building had used to be, and it is surrounded by a bunch of primordials armored, surrounding the entire area. There is yellow tape preventing people from passing through a certain point. There is a lot of people gathered all around this entire area. There's a lot of talking, a lot of commotion, of course. Not only that, but kind of the area where the bubble was above said building is completely fractured. It's almost as if it was a glass dome, and now you just see a ton of water pouring in through and into the hole. So it's like almost a constant waterfall into it.
That seems like a problem? Question mark.
I wonder if it'll ever fill up.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people talking. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Well, we were dealing with a lord, and I guess this is a good demonstration of their power over their planes.
Just gonna do one thing real quick. Okay.
That's not concerning.
No. For the most part, most of the people around there seem to ignore all of you. Everyone's more concerned about the, giant hole where the museum used to be, which is completely gone. Like, we're not talking about maybe bits of ruins here and there. Just, it's almost as if something came from below and just, I would say, deleted everything in that area. Belongs to the museum. It's gone. It does not.
All that knowledge gone forever.
If you'd like, whoever wants to, give me a perception check.
Yes, I was actually about to ask that.
Okay. Aw, come on, we gotta get our nat 1 out of the way, Tibbs. I'm joking.
It's okay, the net 1 is part of my 20.
You know you wanna. You don't have to, I was just joking. I'm surprised. Okay. Does anyone else want to?
Glasses.
It's the glasses.
I will decide to do so, but I'm going to let do it at disadvantage because Rose is feeling shitty right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Well, okay then. I'd say this is more a case of you're all kind of able to look over the crowd and kind of get a feel for everything around here. More importantly, you all can see that there is a large grouping of people kind of off to the side a bit more, and you notice that Glacia is actually there. He seems to be talking with what looks to be reporters. You know, people that have the notebooks out, they're trying to capitalize anything he says. There's a lot of flashing going on.
Wait, what kind of flashing? This is a PG-13 game, right?
Like just regular, like, camera flashes.
Something that probably our Tibbs and Various don't know anything about.
Nope.
Oh no, they're casting fireball. We gotta stop them.
No, just a lot of flashing. He seems to be talking with a lot of people, answering things.
Grace is staying way far from that.
So it basically looks like that Glacia is like giving like a press conference or a briefing of some kind.
Basically.
Explaining why his giant pet came smashing out of the underground. And
Pretty
why
much.
there's a whole bunch of dead people now that people are remembering.
Pretty much. Pretty much hit that on the nose.
The question is, who is he throwing under the bus about it all?
We don't know. You're too far to hear anything.
I don't have him be in that position right now.
Let's just keep going.
Right, let's get home.
Worst comes to worst, Varys has the stone. We can just contact Glacia later, or they'll contact us. So, yes, let's get a move on.
Oh, No, well, we'll worry about the music box once we get back.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're all gonna go,
Mm-hmm. And so you guys kind of work your way past the crowds, and as you begin to leave the city, things begin to quiet. Once again, you pass through the barrier that keeps all the water from rushing into the city with relative ease.
Okay, I was about to say, do we notice the thing that we came in with?
No,
Okay.
no, you just pass through as normal. But, of course, as you pass through the barrier, you're now into the actual waterlogged areas of water. Those of you with sigil stones, aka every outsider here, you do notice as you pass the barrier, it's almost as if it leaves something on you, like a little personal bubble, of course. Rose, on the other hand, you do notice that he's not steaming as much as he originally was when he first came here.
Tibbs would know that.
That's marginally better.
Oh, Tiberius would know.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But Tiberius is just walking, just not talking right now. Just go.
Mm-hmm. But you do notice, Rose, that you're body is not creating as much of a fuss around you as it was previously.
It's either a good thing or it means that he's not as heated as he was. Or they were.
That's up to you to discover. It's up to you to find out. I'm just pointing that out to you, is all.
Rose will still continue to hold on to Bellywood. They're not taking any chances right now.
So what I understand is Rose is now becoming an earth elemental.
Wait, what?
In other words, cooling magma.
Ah!
Rock on.
No. But, you guys have a very long, quiet trek back to the portal, and eventually you pass through the gateway into the Foundry. Nothing happens, no weirdness for once. It's almost as if everything went right for once. And you were once again back out into the water district of the Foundry. And switch to some other sounds. Where is it? I need my nighttime music. Where is it? There it is. There we go. I have it all saved in a playlist, but I always forget to bring it up when I need it. I'd say definitely more Steam-like.
Oh no!
It was more steam was coming off of him. Jin. But you guys are back in the Foundry. Everything is very quiet. As you can see it from the sky, it is in fact nighttime. The sky is dark. You see thousands, millions of stars far above you. Several street lamps are turned on. There are much fewer people out on the street in general. There's a few guards here and there, and several shops have already closed up for the night.
Oh no. The curfew. No.
It'll be fine. We're on our way back.
Varys is just tiredly trying to help where he can, but he's short and not particularly good at offering support.
Mm-hmm.
Reyes is in the back, making sure Rose doesn't fall over.
Yeah, Bella
Or
was.
Yeah, Rose still has like the 7 or 8 foot crutch next to them. They're fine.
Mm-hmm. But several shops are closed. There's guards patrolling here and there throughout the city. It's obvious it's quite late at night. But at least the guards here in the water district, don't seem to bother you.
So I think we're just gonna head straight home.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And as you guys leave the water district, you are stopped, actually. One guard, they again seem to be a water primordial, does kind of hold a hand out to all of you and say, before you move further, I was been informed by Lord Glacier to escort you back to your quarters. Considering the fact it is past curfew, he would rather not all of you get in trouble, considering most of you are made up of outsiders.
That's
Our quarters would be here and not back in water, correct?
Yes, this is simply what we call places where you live here.
Perfect.
But I've been informed to escort you there as to not get the outsiders among you in trouble, as again, it is far past curfew.
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't want to get in trouble after all.
very well. Onward home.
Mm-hmm. And the guard is pretty much just going to move alongside with you as you work your way back to the fire district. And it's incredibly uneventful on the way back. Anytime any guard seems to take notice of this, the one that's with you kind of waves them off and is like, I've got this, it's fine. And eventually you guys do make it back to the front stoop of Rose's home. Once there, the guard will nod in your direction before heading back.
Grace will thank them, and if no one else does, get the door.
I was wondering, Rhythm wasn't making any noise for me.
It's the ambient track.
Tiberius is going to wait for Rose to get in.
The moment Rose crosses the threshold, the door, they are going to, their arms are going to extend out in like a T pose. Will drop down on both their knees, and then will just plant themselves face down into the ground, into the floor.
They're fine. They're fine. It's normal. I'm sure.
Everyone, one step.
Oh, I never thought this would feel so good.
Tiberius is just going to step over Rose.
Like a
It
true
just-
friend.
And like still face down the floor. You all go on ahead, I'll be here a while.
As you guys begin to enter the house, so you notice that there is a note in the kitchen.
There is something for you to read.
Oh no, we're out of eggs.
Various will slowly make its way over, picking up the note.
And the note is kind of nicely folded, but as you've unfolded it, you realize it's from she. The letter simply reads that she has taken both the dragon and the pocket raptor to kind of like a little place that she can take care of them better and watch over them for the night, since she didn't know if you guys are going to be back tonight. And she said she will either contact you in the morning, or you're free to come and find her at the Fire Lord's palace.
Various is going to relay that information to the others.
As soon as Flix hears that, he heads out the door.
Oh my god.
Freya's will straight up stop them at the door.
I push her aside and I go out the door.
She pushes
Oh.
him back.
Contested strength, please.
Bite me.
Okay. You can't seem to shove the little tiefling aside there, Lex. You might be exhausted.
Then I go around her.
She's standing right literally in front of the door with it locked.
Then I'm going out a window.
Oh my god!
Oh dear god, she's gonna grab
it.
him.
So I imagine Rose has like a mental connection to the house, right? I think we've established that.
Yes.
Upon hearing that, Rose is going to do a silent command and lock the windows.
So, Flix, as you go up to a window about to open it, you hear it's locked.
I take off my heel and I'm going to break the window.
Oh!
Freyas is
I
already
just lost my best
grabbing and
friend. I am not good.
What's-
And if you don't get out of my way, I'll whole person all of you.
Freyas is picking up Flicks.
What's-
Strength versus acrobatics.
Various is just like, what's going on?
Flix is looking for alcohol, as was I. Actually, Flix, come here for a second. I have an idea. No need for violence. Everything will be fine.
Freyas is already lifting them up like in a princess carry. Like, nope, we're not harming the house. Rose will feel this.
I'm just picturing Flix is now kind of writhing in Freya's grasp like an angry cat.
Yep, pretty much.
Freyas, I'll take care of this. Flix, I have a way of fixing both of our problems.
Can you give me my pig back?
In a way, I could attempt.
Then you have no answer to my problem.
Meanwhile, the two
Get
water
the hell
snakes
off of me, all of you! And he storms off to his room.
and the two little water snakes who heard that just kind of flopped to the ground.
Oh.
Oh, that ended better than I hoped. Rose will slowly stand themselves up and noticeably looking a lot brighter, more vibrant now that they're back in their domain.
Mm-hmm.
And no hints of blue, right?
No.
Okay.
Hey, Rose, I have a quick suggestion. Maybe make the windows smaller in their room in case they want to, I don't know, try something stupid.
You say
You-
this as if from experience.
You're both acting like they're a child. They've gone
You
through
did not
something
see.
traumatic.
You did not see Flix's bare ass.
I'm not going to ask questions about that phrase, but I am going to say that you both need to show some respect. They've lost someone. They lost someone close to them. And it is only natural for them to be upset.
I
Are we understood?
understand Flick's being upset. I just don't want to feel the repercussions of whatever he decides to do.
That was more my worry as well.
And
Then
as you guys are talking about this, Tibbs is going to be heading upstairs.
well, treat them like an adult and speak with them rather than locking them in like a child. Or go with them. Then again, it is also curfew. But don't manhandle them. And Various is just and goes over to scoop up the two water snakes if they'll let him do so.
The poor little things kind of look crestfallen and kind of let you pick it up. And kind of just sitting there, just limp noodles in your hands.
Well, this is probably a terrible time to ask, but if everyone's hungry, I could make something.
I think, unless anyone says otherwise, I think the only thing that we need to chow down on is a pill or two.
Hold on.
Holding.
My Discord seems to be frozen. Give me a moment.
You're fine.
No!
Okay, it unfroze.
Tech issues ahoy!
If your RAM usage is really high, that is a big thing, because I know from personal experience. So just pop up Text Manager if you want a quick peek.
Anyway, yeah, you know, so it's actually surprisingly quiet upstairs right now.
Various is gonna start heading upstairs with the snakes, just to at least have them with Flex.
You're gonna go to Flick's door.
Yep.
You're going to knock.
Yes.
There's no answer.
Uh-oh!
Various takes a deep breath and tries to open the door.
Is it locked, Flicks?
No, I don't think it's locked actually.
It opens and there's no one in the room.
He stands there for a moment, slowly shuts the door. and goes quiet, motions for Bellua to follow him, and goes to his room with the 2 snakes.
Felix is just gonna keep accruing more pets at this rate.
Listen, it happens in almost every game.
But yeah.
And these aren't his pets, he's just looking after them for now.
Mm-hmm.
You take
So it's
good care of ebb and flow.
So it's just Rose and Frias are downstairs
Frias.
right now.
Yep. Just Frias and just Rose.
Oh, Frias, you really should. I mean, I appreciate you offering some chow, but you should really get some rest too.
That is fair. I guess I can just make a heavier breakfast. You need help with anything around here before I go?
No, I think she had everything down by the time we get back. I'll see you in the morning.
You have fun.
As you both go to bed, we're going to shift the camera focus to the small, little inn and tavern run by a very interesting individual that you guys originally met as Shub. As a kind of a wavering of magic appears before the main entryway, and a doorway opens up as Tibbs and Flix step through it to the other side. Tiberius and Flix, who are now standing before the tavern owned by Shub, as you know her as. It is very much open. The door is wide open, kind of propped open by one of those little wooden stands that kind of show the specials of the day. It is very much open to the night drinking crowd right now. There's a couple people in there. It's pretty rowdy, pretty loud. There's lots of music going on in there, and you can definitely smell booze.
Will this do?
Yes, this will do perfectly.
Excellent. And also, they have
I'm
live.
at the bar.
They also have live entertainment if you wish to sing.
I'm on stage with with booze.
But as you guys kind of enter, it's pretty rowdy in there. You got outsiders and primordials alike. There's obviously some guards at the door, kind of keeping an eye on everything, make sure everything stays pretty solid. And as you approach the bar, there is sort of a dead-eyed bartender making drinks rather robotically, almost. Like the moment it's ordered, it's delivered. Ordered, made, delivered.
Something I've looked forward to, I guess. Is Shub around?
The mistress is upstairs entertaining guests.
What have you got on tap?
What do you desire?
My friend here just lost someone very important to him, and I don't think he wants to remember quite what happens tonight. And he's used to Auntie's rainbow something or other that makes you blink out of existence or something. So something a little bit stronger than that.
I can do that. And the rather dead-eyed bartender goes to get what looks to be like, one of those really long glass
The
one of those
whale
really long glasses, like the really long ones. They take one of those, and you see them go over to what looks like a very large and expansive beer tap. And they go to the very end before they kind of tilt the glass into it and begin to fill it up with what looks to be almost clear liquid that does foam and sizzle.
I'll have something a little bit less that for myself, please.
Very well. But as they fill up the glass and kind of cap it up out ahead. Yes? I know. Yeah. But brings it over to Flix, and Flix, you know the smell of good vodka when you smell it. That is good vodka.
Perfect.
And
Down it all in one shot.
And then the dead-eyed waiter kind of looks at you, Tiberius, and seems to analyze you for a moment before going to get what looks to be more of a wine-style glass and fills it with a red liquid before putting it before you. It smells like kind of a higher-end red wine.
Cheers. Keep them coming. My friend is apparently going to perform for a bit. I have a feeling he has quite a few songs about a certain noble swine.
Of course.
All right, Flix, regale them with your songs. I'll be right here, cheering you on from afar.
As you say that, you see a bunch of rather drunk patrons kind of turn around. It's like, song, 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 song. Start kind of cheering at that. Kind of like taking after your yells there, Tibbs.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm not even gonna have your roll performance just because that. I'm not even gonna need you to roll performance for that. You kind of are. I'm thinking you're probably on your third glass of like really strong alcohol at this point. You're on your fourth one. You kind of go up on stage and just start singing your bleeding heart out because you've been through
On
some
the loss
shit.
of my pig, my best friend.
And for the most part, the reason I'm not having you roll performance because everyone in here is shit-faced drunk. Everyone is. No one's gonna care how good or bad your singing is. They're all cheering. They're having a good time. They have no idea what you're singing about, but they don't care.
Oh God, that's even worse.
But perhaps
Speaking
the next
of-
song should be something
Golly.
a little bit more upbeat about truffles.
Oh shit.
But as you're watching this, Tiberius, you do feel someone sit down next to you.
Who is it?
As you look over, you notice that it is a very familiarly dressed individual in a blue swirling cloak and hat, sitting right next to you. No one else seems to notice that he's there but you.
Tiberius is going to sip a large sip from the glass and speak, trying to be subtle about it so that in case it's just in his head, no one thinks he's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I should thank you for the assistance back there.
Well, of course. What sort of patron would I be if I didn't help those that are under me?
Yes. Well, it's been taken care of. That place is more stable, more or less. I mean, Glacier's still in charge, so 50-50.
Well, to be fair, he's one of the better rulers that we've manipulated onto that throne, so it works out in the end.
Ah, so you manipulate the planes. Good to know. It's like being back at home.
Well, it's not just us. Several others also have their own stakes in this place. Still, I'd say you definitely did a good bit of work there, Tiberius.
Yes, well, that's what I do. I work good.
Well, let's see what the rest of your friends think of that, because there are others who are pining for your services. Though I wonder, who will you serve in the end?
Who I always serve, myself.
As you say that and kind of turn to look at him, he's gone.
And the glass goes up. Do it time!
Oh no!
Yeah. Flix, you notice that you see Tiberius, he seems to be talking briefly alone. It's probably your drunken state. He's probably talking to someone, you just can't see him. But you see him suddenly slam his wine glass back, put it onto the counter, and he starts coming up to the stage with you. Play Freebird!
Oh, I know what they're playing.
But I would say this goes on for the rest of the night, unless you two decide to return home at any time. I'd say,
Curfew, what are you talking about?
huh?
It's curfew. They're there for the night.
Yeah, you guys are pretty much there for the night. And that's going to continue on through the night. So go ahead, all of you take your long rest.
Yay!
And I just posted the duet.
That's beautiful. I love it.
You know what this means? We're
You
level 8!
guys are finally officially level 8. Yeah, Shub's tavern basically doubles as the Waffle House, essentially. It's going to be open all day, all night. But as the night passes on, you finally all get a little bit of rest under your belts. Eventually, the sky of the Foundry begins to brighten as morning begins to push away the night and a new day begins. At Ship's Tavern, Flix and Tiberius, can you both please give me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh no.
It's because they're drunk. Let's see if they get a hangover or not. Okay, Flix, considering the fact that you've drunken a lot like this, you're feeling pretty okay. You got kind of a little bit of a headache, but you're kind of used to this by this point. Tibbs, you're feeling about the same, I'd say. So you both kind of wake up, probably in a room that you would probably don't even remember getting.
Are we in the same bed naked?
No, no, you're not. Flixer,
Why am I wearing your jacket?
Okay, so Flix,
Why am
you're
I wearing
actually
your
passed.
pants?
Flix, you're actually
How do you
passed out
feel
in a
then?
bathtub right now. Tiberius, you are passed out with your head at the. Tiberius is passed out on the bed with his head at the footboard, and Flixer passed out in the bathtub.
This isn't the weirdest place I've woken up.
There's probably several bottles emptied around the room by this point, like on the little table and whatnot.
Mr. Oakwish, have you seen my pants?
They're on me.
Why am I wearing your jacket?
Why am I wearing your pants?
You know what? This is fine.
Yep.
Here's your jacket.
Here, I'm keeping these.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll get a new pair.
I don't think I could get them off.
It looks rather tight. How did you fit in them?
I was drunk,
So
I don't know. But at this point, they're new underwear.
yes, you can keep them.
Yeah, you're not getting underwear.
I'll just go commando. Thank you.
Does that mean you're like the cartoon rabbits that walk around with no pants, but then cover themselves when they lose their shirt?
What's a cartoon?
Oh, you poor sweet summer. Come here so I can pet your head. Come here.
No.
Ah,
Fine.
you poor sweet summer child.
Oh, right. Can you turn around for a second?
I look at the bathroom wall.
Cantrip illusions. Whew.
Okay.
I turn back around. Where did your tattoos go?
What tattoos? You must have been drunk.
I mean, yeah, you were drunk.
I was drunk. You would never get a tattoo. You're not fun enough for that.
Oh,
You're right. I am not fun enough for that. We should probably get back before they realize we've left.
Oh, please. If Varius was there, he already knows we're gone.
Yeah, but he'll keep his mouth shut.
Exactly. I don't want to deal with that witch Freya right now.
Oh!
Heartless harpy.
Oh,
Not wrong though.
you're not wrong. No.
Did you know she wants to dissect my wings?
Did you know she clawed me?
What a bitch.
It's not the worst thing a doe's done to me.
Oh, you like into her?
What? No!
Well, you just gave her a pet name.
No, a doe. It's a female of population.
It's a deer.
No,
A female
a
deer.
buck is a male and a doe is a.
And those are also deer.
What's a deer?
Part of
does
the
have-
song.
She does have horns, so
Yeah.
Either way, we're just going to go now.
But if you want to tap that, I could be your wingman. Because I got wings.
If
Oh my God.
I need assistance with trying to bed that fiend, you will be the first person I come to, Flix.
Perfect.
Oh, please do not have tattoos saying Flix and Tiberius best friends forever. That
No,
was
we've
not
got
something I
we've got
wanted.
necklaces now. See?
Why do I have a necklace on?
Around your neck.
Yeah, screw it. Tibbs, you have a little golden necklace on it that has a little pair of fairy wings.
It says BFF.
Wait, is it a pair of fair wings on an engraved little pig?
Yes.
Yes.
That's one way of keeping truffles in our minds, I
We
guess.
bonded. We bonded the bestest.
I'm going to regret this.
No, you're not. This is the best thing ever.
No, I'm pretty sure I am, but
no, I'm pretty
at
sure
least-
I will save you from your harpy mother. Don't you worry, best buddy.
Oh.
Let's just go.
I remember your story. She was cruel and sang to you and then made you do stuff. What a bitch.
How much did I tell you last night?
A lot.
Oh, the wine.
It was good stuff.
It was.
Good stuff. But don't worry. I am no longer alone now. I'm not that kid in the orphanage anymore.
I'm sorry, did I miss something?
Apparently. I lived my life in an orphanage.
No, I know that part. But what? Let's just go. You can talk about it on the way.
Okay.
They make good waffles here. We could probably get them to
Ooh,
go.
we should get them to go.
We should get them to go. Should we bring back some for us?
Yeah, I don't, sedate harpy woman for a bit.
Very well. So we should bring spicy waffles for her and normal waffles for everyone else.
Yes.
Excellent.
And then put pepper on them just to be mean.
If you
No,
did.
let's not be mean. That's just mean.
And yeah, you guys
Or dump her head in a thing of syrup.
And you guys kind of head on down, and everything's been kind of cleaned up and tidied up for, like, the non-drunk crowd. You got the tables that are nice and set up with cloths and everything, and you see a very stout, well, not so much stout, a very heavy-set woman kind of working the front and kind of stacking plates and getting things cleaned up. She kind of looks up as you both come down. It's like, oh, there's the two songbirds.
Yes. Thank you for the room and the luxuries, Shub. Very kind of you.
Oh, of course. Let's just say that your tab has been taken care of by a mutual friend of ours.
Oh, that is comforting to know. Could I do one last request on his tab?
Of course.
Can we get some waffles?
Oh, what my friend here said.
Sure, we make some of the best waffles in town.
The best waffles in town, she means.
Oh, she kind of pauses and looks to Flix. It's like, do you want anything in them? Do you want some chocolate? Do you want fruit?
Chocolate and strawberries.
Got it.
And can you make one that's extra spicy, please?
Yes.
Like a
So-
With a big W on it.
All right, I think I can do that for you. And she'll go back into the kitchen. It's about like 20 minutes later before she comes out with a cloth tote bag with a total of 5 boxes in it. And she kind of hands it over to you guys. It's like, the spicy one is marked with a big S.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Shub. If ever we do need your services again, you wouldn't mind if we just showed up and took care of those tabs ourselves next time without involving our mutual friend?
Oh, nah, stop by anytime you like.
Yeah, excellent. Have you seen my...
Is Various going to kill you for putting this on his tab?
Dead look at Shub, look back at Flix. No, he's got it covered. He had many blue chips, just like you. He's a gambler. That's the problem. Very.
Oh,
Oh,
no!
oh, it makes so much sense. But I got a lot of chips when I gambled, so I can help him learn how to gamble better.
Shub just
Yes.
kind of gives a knowing look at Tibbs, but says nothing.
Just gives looks of shaking head, making, cut the communication signs like, no, good.
Yeah, she doesn't say anything. She just kind of gives that knowing look.
Excellent. So, thank you for the waffle, Shub. And as
Oh.
always, you are a true kindness in a sea of rough, blackguards.
Have a nice day.
It's always a nice day in the plains, isn't it? And Tiberius will head out.
Now, here's
Alright.
the question: is the curfew still in effect?
Nope, it's morning.
Okay.
It's
So
morning.
we got back when it was nighttime, like
Yes.
halfway through the night.
Yeah.
Yep. You guys slept real. You guys got back real late.
Should we have told her about the state of the room?
Nah, it's under Varys' tab. It'll be fine.
Yes, I'm sure they'll be perfectly fine with it.
But
Whose
Well,
tab
cut-
is that under?
as they begin to make their way back to
God.
the house, we're
God.
going to cut back to the rest who are currently at the house. How are you guys waking up? How is Frias, Varius, and Rose waking up for the day?
Let's
Mhm.
do it. Come on.
I already messaged Nova about it.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Rose will, after getting out of bed, will trudge down the stairs and will go take a seat in the dining room.
As you come on down, Rose, you notice that in the middle of the kitchen is a dire wolf sleeping in the middle of the kitchen.
All right. First order of business. Rose is coming down, not wearing their blazer, for once.
Mm-hmm.
But will pause on like the second or third step from the bottom as they take notice of the dire wolf.
Yeah, it's just sleeping in the middle of the kitchen.
Well, this is not the weirdest thing I've seen in here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Yeah, Rose is just going to move around the wolf, and as long as it doesn't look hostile, it's just going to start going to the cupboards and pulling some things out. They'll actually
Several of the cupboards are open, and a few things have been taken out, and you can definitely see that there's remains of like some vegetables and stuff like that around the wolf.
Oh,
If
you hear. Oh,
Roll me a perception real quick.
okay, reception. Make sure it's the normal.
I can't say it's enough since you're close enough, but you're kind of looking over the wolf, back to the cupboards, back to the wolf. You notice that the wolf has 4 eyes.
Oh, this makes way too much sense now.
you hear a bedroom door open and shut upstairs, and somebody slowly making their way down.
Mm-hmm.
Rose is going to go back to the cupboards, and if it's not disturbed, is actually going to try to pull out some sort of tea kettle,
Okay.
and is going to fish around with some of the undisturbed veggies and pull out some tea leaves.
Okay. And you find those pretty easily. And Various, as you kind of slowly saunter your way down the stairs, you were greeted with the exact same view that Rose had, but you see Rose is kind of stepping around this massive thing.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
There's something that I need to do.
Uh-oh.
You, the sound of him moving suddenly stops, and he is just staring, slowly backing up the stairs.
Oh
Varys is terrified of wolves.
Yes,
no! Yeah.
Varius is very terrified of wolves.
Oh no!
Hearing the footsteps starting to backpedal, Rose is going to come around the corner there. Various. And we'll do like a double take to the back to the dining room. That I think Frias learned a new trick.
I'm going to. I'm. And he just turns around and hurries back up the steps.
Oh
Oh.
And zips back into his room.
no! Oh no! So, I'd say that you even hear this phrase as you hear a large slam as the door closes.
There isn't much reaction, just if Rose were to look in time, just the ear twitches, and actually only one of the four eyes opens up and will look straight at him.
Mm-hmm.
Rose looks back at the wolf, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe for future reference, Frias, you warn us when you acquire a new form. Some of us might be less receptive than others.
You see them stand up and do a big stretch before they slowly start to pick up on two legs, and she turns back to normal. Is looking actually very well rested and is like, oh, no, I just got hungry. I probably should have eaten before I went to bed.
I kind of noticed.
Yeah, there's some food scraps around on the floor still. Like stems from certain vegetables that you didn't eat.
Get this cleaned up. I'll just
say, while you were chowing down here, you didn't happen to see Tiberius or Flix as well, right?
Dun dun dun.
She slowly looks over at the locked door. Is it still locked?
Yes.
Rose is gonna go open the locked door and see if there's been any like postings or like warrants or anything stapled to the door there.
Nope. Everything's fine. In fact, as you open the door, you see a guard kind of walking past on the patrol, gives you a wave before heading on out.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Okay, good news. None of us have been arraigned yet.
As you kind of turn to close the door, you hear two people approaching the house. And you turn around and see it's Flix and Tiberius.
Oh.
Are they being stealthy?
No.
No.
Ah, Rose, there you are. Sleeping in, are you?
Yeah. I mean, considering how last night went.
Yes.
Is Flick still visibly wearing Tibbs' pants?
As underwear. You
You
wouldn't see it.
It depends on
Where does
the
normal underwear go?
Where are my normal pants?
I don't know, it's up to Flix.
Also, does that mean Tibbs is just free flowing right now, or did he prestidigitate some clothes?
He wears thick robes, and they're just around him, so, you know, you might
Yeah.
see
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Keep it PG-13.
Yes, please keep PG-13. But yeah, Rose, said they're little ratty today.
Are you hungry for waffles?
Waffles!
Waffles.
Yeah, why not?
And you see him kind of holding up this cloth tote bag that's got a lot of stuff in it.
What happened in here?
Yeah, you see Freeze kind of picking up like stems of eaten vegetables off the ground.
Oh, right. I forgot you're almost a dynamic duo. Yeah, I guess the window thing wouldn't have worked anyway. Continues with the vegetables and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't mind the fact that apparently Frias is a closet midnight vegetarian.
They are a druid.
Really,
Come
seems
on.
more witchy today than normal.
Yeah. But I'd say inside the cloth tote bag is fine. Like, those styrofoam to-go boxes. One has a big S written on top of it, but like the other 4 have like chocolate waffles, strawberries, cream, look like a goddamn dessert more than a breakfast. But the one marked with an S has rather standard looking waffles, but there's fried chicken and some sort of spicy sauce over it.
And a big W on it.
The chicken is arranged in a W mark.
Perfect.
The S is for sorry, Freys.
The W is for wub.
Midnight vegetarian, that's new one, yeah.
Right. Why don't yeah, I'm just gonna go get Various, and Rose starts bringing up the steps because Rose does not want to hear or know what happened during the night.
But yeah, as you kind of hurry on up to the top floor, are you going? Whose room are you going to?
One of the Variouses.
Various, is the room locked?
It is now. Yeah.
It is now. Okay, so Rose, what do you do?
I go up and knock on the door.
Okay, and Various, you hear a knock on your door, of course.
No.
Oh.
It's just me, Various.
That could be the wolf in disguise.
That's exactly what the wolf would say.
Exactly.
Little pig, let me in.
Look, if it's about downstairs, the doggo's gone. Okay.
Is it?
It's gone. It was just Prius. Apparently they've learned a new form at some point.
Oh, wonderful. Just wonderful.
Poor Various.
Type Tibbs and Flicks are back, and they brought breakfast. Just thought I'd let you know.
I still have some work to do here, but would you let Flix know that I have their serpents?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. You sure you don't need anything?
I'm fine. Just fine.
Rose is gonna insight that.
Insight versus deception.
This ought to be good.
Okay.
Don't.
Oh. Rose, since you're kind of listening to the door, you kind of got the side of your head kind of propped up there to get a better listen to Various' tone of voice. He does sound distressed.
Sure. You just you need anything though, just let me know, alright?
Mhm.
Rose is going to sorry, go ahead.
He's going to go, yes.
Rose
Yes.
Rose will gingerly move away from the door and quietly move back down the hall, and then will resume a normal gait, go back down to ground floor where everyone's at.
Mm-hmm. And as you kind of come on down, you see Frias, Flix, and Tibbs are, of course, at the kitchen room table eating their breakfast.
You have to try these.
Mm-hmm. Frias seems to have taken notice of Tiberius's new little necklace.
Tiberius is going to hold it out and be like, yes, fairy wings on a little pig in memorandum of our lost party mate. Truffles?
Mm-hmm.
Here. Holds up, I guess, orange juice.
Yeah, orange juice, I'd say.
Rose is going to
Actually, Flix, for you, it's a Bloody Mary.
Perfect.
Rose is going to resume what they were going to do before, grabs the kettle, will gesture at the center of the table they're all at just to produce like a tiny fire, almost like a camp stove, and we'll just stick the kettle in there like a percolator and just let the tea steep in there.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that rather easily. And for the most part, silence kind of falls over all of you as you're just kind of enjoying your breakfast. Nothing really seems to at least happen for a good 10 or so minutes. But,
How
go ahead.
how spicy is Rose's waffle?
Oh, Rose decided to go after the spicy one?
I mean,
That's
there-
chicken on.
No, he's not allowed to have that one.
So is Fliss doing that? No! This is
Yeah.
Freya's.
This is for
Oh.
Freya's because we love her. And I
Frias-
slide it back in front of her.
And you see that Frias isn't actually eating.
Yeah, I guess Freya's got their fill, but you do you. And we'll actually go ahead and have some of the a regular waffle themselves. Not because they need it, but it's just something to ground themselves with.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want to snag the spicy one, go for it, since Frias is not eating it.
Oh, Rose is going to definitely sample that then.
You've had spicier. I mean, considering you're a fire primordial, you could probably eat literal magma and be fine. But it's all right. It's not spicy.
Rose will actually then grab some of their pocket bacon and will just like fold the waffle around it so they just have like a bacon taco.
I love
How
it.
much pocket bacon do you have?
As
You probably
much as
still-
needed.
Yes.
Yes. But
It's not only pocket bacon, it's plot bacon.
It's plastic bacon.
The blazer of unending pocket bacon.
Never-ending bacon.
So that's for dinner tonight. But as this goes on, a kind of calm settles over you before you notice that there's some movement at the front door, followed by a light knock.
No solicitors.
Rose, you guys are eating. I'll go get it. And she'll get up and answer the door.
As you open the door, it's a very familiar primordial. It's she, and she seems to be holding in one under her arm a basket that seems to have both a pocket raptor and a little dragon inside of it.
Oh, it's glad to see them back. They weren't any trouble, were they?
Oh, no. Nothing comparable to Prism.
I'm just surprised they're in such close proximity and not trying to eat each other.
Music helps.
Yeah, it's terrible having a teammate that likes to eat each other or dissect them as Flix walks by the conversation.
Oh, upon realizing this, Rose just kind of hastily puts down the bacon taco. Sorry, I should have realized that you were gonna be by. I just didn't think it would be at this time already.
Oh, I'm sorry if it's a little sudden.
No, it's all right. We just, let's just say we had a hell of a day yesterday.
I heard bits and pieces.
Let me guess. From Pride.
Yes.
Yes, though they were mostly sticking with their own.
Mm-hmm.
But these two weren't any trouble. A few songs and they were nice and relaxed and generally didn't make too much of a fuss.
Rose is gonna
Which
get
is-
Rose will get close to the basket and will just kind of has to see for a moment because they're in disbelief to hear the pocket raptor is actually being, gentle.
You know that visual imagery when you see two kittens kind of laying there with each other on a blanket? That's kind of what they're doing right now.
Oh. You have quite the hand when it comes to critters, huh?
Somehow. I'm not quite sure how. It's not something that I really started out with. It just seems to happen.
Various isn't downstairs. They're upstairs, locked in their room.
then change that to, well, for now, just they'll be stuck in the limbo on the stairs then.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you for watching over Michi. It's you didn't necessarily have to do so, but I'm sure they're glad they were in your hands at least.
You've done favors for us, so it only seemed fair, and so here you go. And she offers the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Rose will take the basket carefully. We'll cradle it, and we'll take it to essentially just a very simple sofa that's set up in the living room adjacent to the dining room, and we'll just put it just put on the cushions there.
Okay. And the two reptiles don't really move at all. They seem to be kind of in that mild morning nap mode.
And so she is probably going to depart.
Mm-hmm. And you see her kind of bow to you before heading off. Till the zoomies kick in. Yeah, 10 minutes. T-minus 10 minutes. But yeah, as the door closes, you are once again kind of left on your own now.
But yeah, Freyas will nab the dragon really carefully and go up to Varius's room and knock.
Okay.
Varius, just a word of caution. I would suggest not having Varius see you being furry on all fours for future reference.
I got that from our conversation. I got that from our conversation earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure a actual voice will maybe calm them down instead of barking.
Yeah, that'll probably be a big help.
Oh, I brought you waffles!
As Various, you hear Tiberius screaming outside your door.
What do you want?
I want to give you waffles. What is there a problem with your ears? Waffles. Delicious. Edible. You need food.
What are you up to?
I'm bringing you waffles because I imagine the only reason that we didn't get tracked down by the others is because you kept your ears over your mouth. So, as a thanks, I brought you waffles.
You can kind of hear Flix singing that as he's going through their house. I imagine Flix has kind of got that little pep in his step. He's got his box of food in one hand, a fork in the other, as he's dancing around the house too.
He just like singing goes to the house and is making random side comments around Prius.
I love it.
There's... you're just wanting to see me get scared.
About what? The mess Freyas made in the kitchen? I know you're all about cleanliness and tidiness, but it's nothing to be afraid of. She's cleaned it up.
And he's probably still not quite interested in opening the door.
Listen, you don't have to open the door. All I want to say is I'm sorry we missed our little discussion last night. Everything's better. We don't need to talk about a thing. I'm going to put your waffles on the ground. You can slide them under the door if you wish, or you can let them rot here. I'm sure Rose will pick them up at some point.
Does
Freyas will speak up and say, that moment is over. It's okay. She actually brought back your new pet.
Freyas, how did you get up the stairs so quietly?
Careful, she might have eaten the pet.
Shh, that's for later. No, I'm joking.
No!
She just looks at Tiberius.
No dino nuggies.
No, the other one's Dino Nuggies. No, I'm joking. Oh gosh, I need sleep.
Dino nuggies.
A Frio suspicious everyone is just battered,
Yeah,
waiting to be eaten.
Battered, ready to be eating.
Phrase just looks at Tiberius and it's like, you're not the only sneaky one. Just
Yes, well,
Various,
your
it's
two-
gone. I've been warned.
Your
It's
two
okay to
little
come
lizard
out.
friends are here. Waffles are here. Stay in your room if you wish. I'm going to, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going downstairs.
And yeah, Tibbs has left
Where
the
am I
front of
staying?
your room.
Grace will take care of them.
Various started to open
Where
the
am I?
door.
Where am I snakes?
In front of your door, Various, it seems to be a little styrofoam takeout box.
No, where are my snakes?
With
They're
Various.
currently in Various's room.
Oh,
Right.
and
But you
Phrase
don't
is
know
like
that.
Twix has now realized he doesn't have his snakes and is freaking out about losing another animal companion and is now ripping the house apart.
Oh no!
Various will be 10 feet away from Various's door, so they're not scaring them.
Rose, I imagine the moment that Flix lays a hand on any part of the infrastructure is going to know this.
Oh yeah, but you just kind of suddenly hear Flick snap from the Waffles song is going to, "Where's my babies?"
Flix,
Exactly that. Where's my babies?
just hold on a moment. Hold on a moment. Rose will then head on upstairs
Mm-hmm.
and seeing whoever's on the second floor landing. Anyone seeing the snakes around?
Various, have you seen Flix's snakes?
Yes, I picked them up when they were rather disheartened. Give me one.
I think their owner would like them back for all of our sakes.
Various is
Where are
still
my babies?
Various is still sort of jumpy with the door open, but inside you can see that there's a book on like a little desk that he has, and there seems to be some sort of magical thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
But he goes back into the room and goes to pick up the where the two snakes were curled up
They're probably like curled up on, say, your nightstand.
and brings them back, offering them.
Mm-hmm.
Various will trade the snakes for the dragon.
Mm-hmm. So,
Oh.
as you're gonna hold these snakes out, Various, you see Frias offer your little baby dragon.
Oh, and while I'm here, Rose will actually pull out a full cup of tea and hold it towards Various. Figured you could use this as well.
Yeah, the echoing. Yeah.
And Various will take the tea but is more concerned about the little baby dragon. He's
And
probably
very,
asleep.
very much still kind of asleep, kind of like handing off a very drowsy kitty.
Oh,
Both your dragon, my raptor, they're sheep brought back. They're still dozing off downstairs. They're doing fine.
No, Az just handed the baby dragon over
Oh.
to Various.
Okay.
The Baka Raptor's now completely overtaken that basket, kind of stretched out.
like this is mine.
Pretty much.
Thank you. Yes, I have some more work to do, but thank you. And he starts to close the door, and he's still looks like not just shaken, but there's something off.
Mm.
And starts to shut the door.
Well, all right, we've got our fill. Now what do we do with our day?
Oh, and he grabs the
As-
waffles.
As you say that, Rose, there's another knock at the door.
Oh, for the love of... I'll get it.
No solicitors.
This is you low life lying, four flushing sack. Oh god, it's Leonard.
Leonard.
Rose
Oh,
will go answer the door.
How do you want to answer? Do you want to look out first and then open the door, or?
Yeah, Rose will open it a tiny bit and take a peek out.
When you first look out, you don't really see anyone because you're looking straight in front of you, but then you kind of look down and someone is standing there, a very familiar elven being with large round glasses and a very oversized coat.
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
You recognize this
What if
individual
he wants-
as Amadeus, and he is
Okay,
kind of
hold on,
standing
hold on.
there. He's kind of standing there with a book in front of his chest, kind of hugging it to his chest. It's like, oh, so this is the right address. Oh, good. Are you and your friends available to talk a little bit?
Oh, happy day.
Oh,
Are you cheese? We're
ye-
all happy.
yeah, most of us are not busy at least. And Rose will open the door fully and let them in.
Oh, fantastic. Because I'm in a little bit of a pickle, you see. He kind of shuffles in and kind of has to pull his robes along with him because they kind of trail behind him.
Well, considering that you're all the way here from Wind, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, it's, he kind of rubs the back of his head. It's like, you remember my associate Styx, yes?
Yeah, chain smoker turns into a big metal demon. Yeah, that rings a bell.
Yes, well, he's, kind of in a little bit of trouble with, one of, a member of our little group, and I was wondering if you all had the time to just, come along with me to help defuse the situation a little bit.
What kind of trouble?
Let's just say he alerted you to something you shouldn't have been alerted to a little too soon and is now in trouble for it. And I was hoping that you and your lot would be able to come down and kind of help diffuse the situation a little bit to, let's just say, a benefactor.
Are we going to get in trouble for doing this?
No, it's more in case I need some eyewitnesses to help kind of show that the situation was not entirely his doing. That is, if you're available today. I know you lot have been rather busy, from what I've been hearing.
Oh, Amadeus. If you needed us, we have your stone still.
I figured it was better to come and see you in person, considering where we'd have to go.
Oh, that is fair.
But no, so let's just say some news has been spreading about your little group recently, and it was not hard to find where you lived. I'll say that right now.
Oh no.
Well, ever since you helped Glacier, he has been making ample use of his press and the like to tote you all as heroes of water.
Oh no.
Of course he has. Dick.
That okay, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. That is 100% more credit than I was expecting.
Yeah. Well, if you guys would have talked to him yesterday, you would have known that. But
All right. Well, this is Rose saying this in character.
I know, and I'm saying this as the DM. But Amadeus,
Alicia, he's a dick.
yeah, Amadeus kind of nods his head to this. It's like, yes, it's a good thing you escaped water when you did. There was a lot of press that were hunting around to ask you questions.
Well, there's one advantage to us leaving quickly. Great.
But let's just say that also meant that it made it incredibly easy to find where you live. As a result, but the fact still stands. If you're all willing to accompany me to help defuse the situation with Styx and a special someone.
Sure.
Why not?
Let's go tell them to stop being idiots and be friends.
You go. I just need to finish grabbing my clothes and I'll let Various know.
Don't you make your own clothes?
Is this
Ro-
like having to wash your hair?
It's a choice, Tiberius.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you would
wrong
see
one.
that since Rose is not wearing their blazer, you can see that there's along their arms there's like a solid red stripe that runs along the length of it and disappears kind of under to the back of their shoulders, and they're just wearing like kind of a sort of like a sleeveless tunic that's kind of red, not red, I'm sorry, but with it's kind of whitish with some like gray buckles going around the waistline.
But, Amadeus one nods like, oh, I can wait and make sure all of you are ready. Would you rather I wait outside?
You just take a seat in the commons. It'll just be a moment.
Would you like some waffles?
Oh no, I've already eaten.
Yes, please come inside. I don't want. I
He is
hope
inside.
nobody followed you.
He is inside.
Freya's already has the door closed,
hmm
and if there's curtains, she's drawing them.
Yeah, let's just say, I mean, publicity is a wonderful thing, but it always tends to attract the worst people. So, I'd be wary of anyone that comes to your door after this, because let's just say word is spreading, and it's spreading fast.
So Rose is going to head back upstairs to Fairy's room and will knock on the door again.
What is it?
It's Rose. Amadeus paid us a house call and apparently needs our help with something that Styx has gone into. So we're gonna head out and do that. Are you gonna be coming, or are you gonna be okay here by yourself?
Does this mean something else dangerous?
As far as I know, he just wants, I guess, eyewitnesses to whatever Styx has gotten himself into.
Okay. Give me just a moment. I've almost finished this.
And Rose will actually go and wait to the side of the door for Various.
Oh, okay.
Eventually, Various steps out. Are starting to pull down their sleeves and has put on their vest and is a little more dressed, and hanging around their shoulders is the little dragon.
Oh, Amadeus kind of looks at Freyas downstairs. It's like, oh, I was actually just recently taking my newest edition of the Arcanum Infinium to my editors. This was the current final draft, but it seems I still need to make some adjustments. He kind of opens it for you, Freyas, and kind of flips through. You see there's a lot of red markings, a lot of red tape. You know, troubles of being an author, after all.
As
Her day is already starting to skyrocket into this is much better zone.
As Various steps out, Rose is going to take a look at their face and see if they look like they have like sagging eyelids, or if they just look still weary or tired, or what their demeanor is.
They look tired. They look like they probably didn't sleep. And they just seem a little bit... you're not sure if it's just residual fear from before, but there's definitely some stress there.
Poor Various.
Rose licks their lips a bit. Various, if you're not 100% up to this, no one's forcing you to come along. If you need to get some more rest.
No, I'm fine. Everybody else has gone through plenty as well. I'm just tired. I hope you don't mind if I bring the little one with. If it's not dangerous, it should be fine.
I don't have a problem with that. Well, all right. Let's not keep Amadeus waiting then.
And back downstairs, Amadeus is just kind of quietly waiting. But he is looking at Freya. It's like, well, about Glacia, I'm honestly not surprised. Waters tend to like to brag about anything that they have, and according to one interview that's in the newspaper right now, he's calling you his would-be heroes, and that if anyone wants to mess with them, they have to go through you lot now, or something like that.
So now we're suddenly his bodyguards. Amazing.
That's the Lord of Water for you, I'm afraid. He's a bit of a blowhard.
I hate that man so much.
He's a bit of a blowhard, and well, that's just how water works. They like to flaunt any amount of power they can.
You
Unwilling or
well-informed me.
otherwise. But as you come down, Rose, there's a look. It's like, is your friend Various coming down?
And Various is following, but maybe a little bit because he's shorter. He might be behind him or them.
And Rose also before the would have detoured back to her room and is wearing their blazer once again.
Fantastic. So I believe that's all of you. He kind of counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. So well, let's just say this. I want to prepare you for where we're going. It's not going to be the same route you all took last time. It will be a more off-the-path variation, but we'll be heading to the similar location. This time, though, well, I guess you'll finally be able to see what's beyond that door.
Oh, never.
He seems to
hurts
be
have-
talking like he knows something.
Oh.
Mhm.
Bryce will just comment about, knowing alternate paths are good, etc., blah, blah, blah.
Mhm. Very cheeky. But then he'll start to head to the door, kind of open it, and then head on out, kind of eventually looking back as he's down your little walkway to look back at all of you.
Oh, Bryce was probably almost toe-and-toe with him.
Okay. And is everyone else following, or what are you guys doing?
Various is following
I'm
at
following.
a distance.
Okay.
Flix is also following.
Tiberius?
Following.
Mm-hmm.
Rose is going to follow, but will actually place themselves halfway between the rest of the group and Various.
Ooh, okay. But for the most part, Amadeus seems to keep to the sidewalks. He's eventually kind of takes the path leading out of the fire district into kind of like the main circular hub of the Foundry itself. Can anyone give me a random 1d20, please?
I can do that.
You've doomed us all, Rose.
One job.
We all trip and fall at the same time, falling into Yog's tent.
These are his heroes? Man, Glacier really let his standards slip.
Oh, lordy. So, I was fearing this would happen one day.
Oh no!
As you begin to head into the main kind of council circular area, the areas that have several of the council buildings, especially the large spire where all the lords meet, you enter into a large kind of garden area with a huge fountain in the center of it. But however, there are some people in that fountain area. More importantly, there is an incredibly tall figure with almost gaseous-looking hair and 4 arms. They seem, at the moment, distracted talking to a far smaller individual that seems to be blue in hue. They have not noticed you yet. What do you do?
Bryce
Sure,
is
continue walking.
Is it the tiny
eyeing
lord?
Flex.
Don't do it! Don't
Is it
do
the tiny
it!
lord?
Bryce is freaking ready for this.
Is it the tiny lord? I need to know.
It is Madarakt and Makumbo.
Oh my god, I gotta go see the tiny lord.
Oh
Nope.
no.
Oh,
Nope. Wait, is the Foundry still wild magic?
Yes.
Oh fuck. Okay, time to roll.
In
Let's-
fact, if you want to roll me a quick Arcana check as you're going there,
Sure.
We all
Arcana.
gonna die.
Hey,
for
I
some
got that
reason,
guy in the first session. Okay, I can do it again.
yeah,
No.
as you start to walking around,
no.
okay, as you're beginning to approach the central area where these two figures are standing, Frias and Rose, you take the moment to realize that those are two very powerful lords in front of you, but at the same time, it feels almost as if the air in the Foundry is heavier than it was yesterday.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, Rose is on full alert. They remember what happened in Wind last time.
Mm-hmm.
Arius will literally shove fingers in Flix's mouth and start dragging them, even if they have to drag them away from the group in order to not get caught by said individual. Because Amadeus warned her of the said individual.
Mm-hmm. And Amadeus has actually seen the two of them and is already trying to motion for you guys to take a side path. Like, oh shit. What is Flix doing?
Oh, Flix is gonna go up and
No,
offer the
Arius.
proper regal bow and
Is anyone going to stop them?
respect that they're owed.
Like I said, Freya will literally shove fingers in Flix's mouth, grab him, and start dragging him.
Can Rose assist Frias in trying to drive Flix away?
I'd say that is a strength versus Flix's acrobatics or athletics, whichever's higher.
Are we
Rose, what
both
is your
roll?
strength?
My strength is +1.
Oh, I got a +2. Do we want to both roll, or do we want just me to roll with advantage?
What's your
Roll with advantage.
what's your acrobatics? Or
My acrobatics is +1. My athletics is +2.
No.
But my strength is +2.
okay,
it's
no
strength
wait.
versus my acrobatics or athletics.
It's
that
just
is.
straight up strength. Okay, then yeah, you would be better off. With that.
AKA Flix's ability to wiggle out of your arms.
It's
Flix
okay.
is really
Known to do.
Yeah,
I have
would.
one more backup plan, which hopefully doesn't involve magic.
So give me them rolls.
Okay.
Oh!
I forgot about the magical bullshit.
Fixes when he needs to.
And there's the natural 20.
Well,
I'm
that's
just
it.
gonna-
Where are my shapes? Where the frick are they?
So I would like to explain to the chat. This is what we call the energy of the chaos beast. That is Flix Wish. So as you guys kind of notice that Flix is doing his usual prideful strut and kind of puffing himself up like a prideful peacock, you're like, oh crap, we better grab him. And he is immediately kind of swerves and dodges out of your arms. He's seen this before. And he is waltzing right up to them right now.
Well, I got one last thing to do that doesn't involve magic, so I'm going to waste a wild shape form, which is now my last one because of the night escapades. Giant wolf spider.
Oh.
And is now going to freaking try to grapple him with all 8 arms.
Are you trying to be stealthy?
This seems like this would be worse because
Yeah, because like, at
it's
this
two
point, I'm, like, at
outsiders
them.
fighting.
I really do not want to use magic. Freys would know better with the air.
Are you being stealthy?
As a giant spider.
Is that even
There-
a thing that can be
No,
done?
there's no stealthy with the spider. She just wants him
This
not.
is worse than just letting Flix go.
Yeah, just let him talk. I mean, worse comes to worse, he gets obliterated and you guys can move on. God, no self-preservation whatsoever.
So, do you go ahead and do this for us? Or
You know what? No, I think at this moment that is such an F up that she will let him do as he pleases.
okay, and Flix, you actually walk ahead of Tiberius, your heels clicking against the nicely smooth pavement as you kind of approach both Madarakt and Makumbo. They definitely notice you. Both of them very easily notice you.
Well, yeah, how can you not notice me? I'm beautiful.
What are you doing? You've just got the Lord's attention.
No, I do a proper bow to them for their station.
And for the most part, Madarak doesn't seem to react. He definitely has all 4 eyes on you, watching as you bow, while the smaller one does look very confused for a few seconds. It's like, can we help you?
I apologize, my lords. I don't mean to intrude, but I was just wondering if either of you have noticed any more of the odd goings on in either of your planes with respect to the wild magic situation.
Oh, well, when it comes down to mine, that's kind of the standard, really.
Okay. How about you? I look at Madarak, your very tall lordship.
And there's a very long silence for several moments before he seems to turn and face you fully. The top 2 arms are kind of folded in front of him, hands clasped, while the other 2 are kind of behind him. It's like, that is not information for you, Mr. Oakwish.
Oh, the reason I am asking is because my companion and I, welcome to the bus, guys.
And he just outed all of you. Because Madarak's eyes instantly go to the group.
Oh no.
We just
Oh no, I
recently
need to
have,
ask you something, Nova.
come back from water
Please
after
do.
helping Lord Glacia with a False Hydra situation where I undoubtedly and very painfully lost a very close friend of mine. But we did it for the good of your people. We have helped in wind, and we've been dealing with nasty business from the guild. So I just thought that, if there's something that maybe the great lords could help us as a kernel of knowledge for our journey, we would really, really appreciate it. Any information that you could help, that could help. Being people of your station and someone as powerful and wondrous as yourself, Lord Madarak.
If you think I'm blind to you and your lot's exploits, then you are wrong. You forget that I do have eyes in other places.
I mean, you guys did, grab one of his spies back in Wind.
That was a magic mishap, though.
So
Oh, no, I'm not saying anything about you being blind, sir. I'm just asking if there might be some information you might have that could help us so that we can continue help keeping the plane safe.
He kind of begins to kneel down, almost looming over you, Flex. It's like, if you so much as prove yourself worthy of such information, then I will be coming to you. At this time, you have not done so.
So you don't need any help in Earth at all, then?
Matter.
Do you say that?
I'm sorry, I got confused. Matter?
You see, for several seconds, his eyes actually narrow at you, all 4 of them.
I don't think that was an IC thing, though, Nova.
Was it icy?
No, it wasn't. I got confused, sorry.
Okay, you're fine. But he simply shakes his head before straightening up. It's like, I would appreciate if I was to be left alone. I'm currently busy.
All right, then. He turns to Macumbo. Would you care for some coffee or something, my lord? And we can chat about this.
Rose is going to march right up and is going to clamp a mouth over Flix's a hand over Flix's mouth from behind. God damn.
A mouth.
Okay.
Huh?
First
Is
of all,
that a Freudian slip?
Oh my God, Flix's dream has finally come true.
kids,
Rose, you
kids,
said that you'd clamp a mouth over his mouth.
kids. This is why do not
Clip
diss
it.
grammar.
Clip it! I swear to God.
It's been said, you can't unsay it.
Okay, okay. Take 2. Rose marches up behind Flix and is going to clamp a mouth over his hand. Wait, what? The
what?
fuck?
How about Rose stays back till Rose understands what Rose is trying to say?
This is.
I feel like Rose wants to bite Flix's hand to get his attention.
I thought I was one with
Okay,
about 2
can
days
we-
of sleep.
Okay. Rose comes up behind Flix, clamps a hand over his mouth.
Thank you.
I think we just got an insight into Rose's mind.
Rose's tired mind.
Oh,
You just heard here, folks. It's been confirmed. Rose wants flicks.
oh, lordy. Yeah, I'd say you do that, and both the lords are kind of. Someone clicked it. Yes. Anyway,
Sleep over with him? What?
If we get his attention, he said he'd come and see us. Confirmed. Sleepover.
Oh my god,
Okay.
yes.
Okay,
Alright.
okay. Rose immediately looks over to Makumbo.
Makumbo's adorable. We should take him to a candy store.
Look,
I know this amazing pastry place in the Foundry.
you can't
Are you
talk right
talking?
now.
Your mouth is covered. You shush.
I'm just hearing Flix going.
And I'm pulling pastries out of my jacket to show him.
All right, your
And you see Makumbo actually step back and kind of hide behind Madaract.
your lordships. I didn't think I'd be saying this again, but I am so sorry.
Roll me a random 1d20 for me, Rose.
Oh no.
We already got the net one out of the way. It's okay.
Okay. For the
I've
most part,
had this under control, Rose. Jeez.
it seemed as if at least Madaract was getting a little perturbed, but as you come in, Rose, and kind of de-escalate the situation just a teensy tiny bit, he seems more cordial looking, suffice to say.
It's clear you are both indeed doing important business. We are going to leave them to said business. Right, Flix? Right.
The little one looks bored.
You still have a hand over your mouth.
I'd actually say he looks a little scared.
Look, Rose, you're scaring the tiny one.
Oh,
I had it under control, then you came and you got all weird, creepy stalker.
Rose is just going to do the whole smile nod, and we'll start dragging Flix back towards the group.
I'm just picturing it's like what Flix is saying is what's going on in his head. What's going on outside? And unless you fight back, Flix, Rose is going to drag you away. Unless you fight back.
I am going to attempt to wriggle.
Okay, then strength versus acrobatic or athletics, whichever you prefer.
Where's Crunch when we need him?
I'm wriggling!
Okay, well, I was gonna do this anyways.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
Oh, magic.
No,
it's a
that's an
class
ability.
feature.
That's an
Oh,
ability.
okay. Thank goodness.
So that is gonna be athletics or acrobatics, right?
Strength
Well,
for you.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh.
do strength.
Oh, okay, they'll resend that. That's not gonna do me any good then.
You gotta do strength. Do straight.
Oh.
Strength. Heather.
+1, don't fail me now. Oh!
I'm going to take that time to slip out of Rose's arms,
Rose?
pop up right behind right beside Makumbo.
Rose, you should, but at this point, it might help just to kiss him.
Are you sure you want to do that, Flix?
Well, yes, because Flix doesn't know any better.
Oh no.
Are you offering Makumbo a pastry?
I am offering Makumbo a pastry.
Can I do something?
If you would like to, yes. Before I do my roll.
There is various summons. Belua, who is quite a bit bigger now.
Big boy.
Yes, like quite a bit bigger. And Belua's big furry arms move to try and pick up Flix. And
Does Flix try to escape this?
Can Bellula get me if I'm literally popping in and out of time and space?
Wait, what?
Flix pops around in bursts of glitter, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's pretty much what I just did to Rose to get out of him, was just glitter pop. So by all rights, there's gonna be a bunch of like glitter on the Null Lord, but I'm handing him a pastry.
So I'm gonna roll a 1d20. This is going to be determining what Madarak does.
Your bank gets shot again.
No, it's worse than that. It's a lot worse than that.
Okay. So as you literally pop up right behind him, considering the fact Makumba was using Madarak to kind of hide.
Well, I'm actually beside him, not behind him.
Okay, well, since you're beside him, Madarak immediately turns to you and will try to grab your collar with one of his arms.
Can I dodge?
Yes.
The Lord.
Roll me an acrobatics.
Oh my god.
Oh.
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
So you're holding a baguette.
What?
It meets or beats.
Wait, did Madarak just grab a...
He grabs the baguette. He has the cat in one of his hands.
I don't know what to say. I don't.
It's either that or he just grabbed for Flix and there was just glitter Flix left.
What happened?
As the Matter Lord basically is reaching to grab you to throw you away, somehow, by some cosmic force, you predict what he is about to do, Flix, and in a puff of glitter, he just gets a handful of glitter.
So Nova, now you have to Icely make Flix Makumba's bodyguard. Nobody can stop him.
This is horrible.
So where do you reappear right now?
On the other side of Makumbo, offering another pastry.
God damn it!
How
I'm just
fast?
trying to give a kid some candy. Why is it so
Let-
bad?
Let me
Because
just...
it's like going up to the president's child and trying to throw a random bit of pastry, like popping in beside them.
I know.
How quickly do you do this? Because essentially you have 13 seconds to move before Madarak notices what you've done. So, because Makumba will take it.
What I'd
Makumba
like
will,
to attempt to do,
Makumba
and I
will kind
don't
of
know if
gently.
it'll actually work,
Yeah.
but what I want to attempt to do is pop a pastry into Makumbo's coat, and then like
No,
pop
no,
back
please, just
further
hold it
away.
out. Please, just hold it out, please. I'm begging you.
No, I want to see if I can do it.
God damn it.
Just give me a 1d20. I want to see if you can pull this off. Yeah. You basically, as you pop out of existence in front of Madarak, he gets a handful of glitter. You pop right back onto the other side of Makumbo, and you slip a pastry into his collar. And
I
yeet
say
yourself,
for the road, buddy, and then just take off.
and you yeet yourself out of there, back to the
I
group.
get out of there.
What do you guys do? Flix basically ran back to you guys.
I say we've got 3 seconds before the forearm guy gets doubly pissed because he couldn't catch me.
Tiberius is just gonna slowly blink, shrug, and start walking with Amadeus again.
Amadeus has booked it. Are you kidding?
Marius is with Amadeus at this
Ro-
point. She was literally using him as a shield. If he's running, she had ran with him.
He has booked it.
Rose is gonna be actually trying to drag Bellua alone just to get out of Dodge.
It's official.
Well, if Bellua wasn't able to grab
not
Flix,
even
like,
my lord.
would if Flix was literally popping in and out, then that means Various wouldn't have summoned Bellua.
Mm-hmm.
So, is he dragging Bellua or Various and Tibbs?
I mean, if they're depending on how fast they are, yeah, no, Rose is going to definitely give them a good tug along to speed up.
He doesn't know how dangerous Madarok is. So he's probably just standing there, unless he's getting dragged.
Please drag the bunny. Please drag the bunny.
Bunny is being dragged.
Holy. Yeah, but Amadeus has booked it. He is running along a side path. He is pale as a sheet right now.
Frey is literally right on his heels. She will transform into something if she has to keep up.
But he runs for quite a while until he's able to duck into a small grove area that's kind of shaded and away from everything else. And he is like backed up against the wall, panting, grabbing his chest. Does everyone else follow him?
Various is being dragged.
You know what the best part's gonna be? When Madarak comes to us for help later?
Oh,
Oh, he will.
Oh god.
He will.
oh no.
They're going to be sitting in Rose's house when we get back.
We
Oh,
believe
I'm
you,
just-
Casey
I'm-
Lord. Oh dear.
Oh god, I'm picturing just that one panel where it's like Darkseid sitting in a random chair, except it's Madarakt.
Oh, let's just say I have plans now.
Yay! We're
That's because
screwed.
Nova's like, this has never happened. This is not supposed to happen. What is going on?
But as you guys,
Nova, when all shit hits the fan in AE, just bring in Flicks. It'll fix it all.
I swear to God, you're not wrong.
The retcon machine. The retcon machine.
God damn. But no,
I watched Allie make a god on Wednesday, so yeah.
That's true. I did. I brought a new god into another game. To the point that Jim saw the natural 20, went fuck another natural 20, and walked away from the computer.
But no, you guys eventually catch up with the very, very terrified looking Amadeus, but especially as Flix comes around the corner, he is immediately in your face. He grabs your collar, shakes you, it's like, what are you thinking?
Okay, I look hungry.
The little guy looked hungry and bored.
Do you
That
realize
guy looks like the kind of guy that sits there and lectures you for like 30 hours, but doesn't look hot like Jericho, so you get doubly bored.
Do you realize who you were in front of?
Yeah, the tiny no lord. He's really nice when he doesn't have jerks around him being jerks.
Mother is one
Like
of
that
those,
damn Ira guy. That guy was an
Oh, no.
asshole.
and you just see his eyes go wide as he kind of shakes Flix. It's like, I don't think you realize the gravity of the situation.
Hey, to be fair, I just got back from being shocked by Glacia, so
Are you just making a Cliff Notes list of all the
I'm making a
loads you...
clip of all the lords I've either pissed off or apparently pastried now.
And you see Amadeus is like trying to formulate words like, you may have very well just angered the Matter Lord of all people. Are you insane?
I what him?
Angered him.
Oh, he didn't look that angry. I mean, it's not like I dumped my unending book of glitter on him.
Can all of you make me a perception check, please?
Did my book fall on him when I was popping around?
No,
Is
this
my
is something
rock
else.
the most
This is
shiny
something else.
Matter Lord in his existence?
No.
This is something else.
Okay, thank God.
No, this is something else. You still have your book. You're fine.
Whew. I mean, I've already.
Okay. You want to give me a perception roll too, Flix, or are you too busy getting throttled by Amadeus? But everyone but Tibbs. Tibbs is kind of, I'd say Tibbs is kind of off in his own world. It's like, politics, same old, same old.
Politics.
But the rest of you knows that there's obviously been a very, very magical shift in the air. In fact, it's almost as if the temperature of the plane of the Foundry itself seems to have gone up, as if something is very angry. Something is very angry right now.
Oh man, Leonard is having one of his days again.
Would Rose be able to tell
It's
whether or
getting
not
hotter,
this is
so-
due to Leonard?
It is not Leonard. It's not so much a blazing heat. It's more of a heat that seems to be coming from the ground.
Ah, yes, fissures. Lovely.
I have a suggestion. We keep moving and forget this ever happened.
Yeah, well, it's gonna come back to haunt you. I'm not going to be surprised. The worst part is I think he saw me with you.
Well, isn't that something you'd want to write about? The mortal who survived putting a pastry in one of the Lord's collars? Why would you put it in a collar?
Because I couldn't really shove it in his mouth. That would just look bad.
You could have just handed it to him!
I couldn't hand it to him. He was trying to hide behind the big guy. You know what? Maybe he was calling for help. Maybe he's like one of those fake children that gets kidnapped, and that guy was his kidnapper.
Seems a little far-fetched. They were talking before we got there.
Yes, they were talking.
Okay, well, it couldn't have been that important. I mean, the kid looked bored.
How do you know you didn't ask?
Because lords tend to talk about all kinds of random crap half the time.
Regardless, do you have any idea how much trouble you may have just put yourselves, myself, and the rest of your friends in?
Okay, I'm gonna level with you, Amadeus. We have the guild on our ass. We're already in trouble. Adding 7 more lords to it, just add it to the tally.
Wouldn't it be great if they just,
Fought each other? I know, right? Super powerful beings. We gotta go fight a stupid blind Hydra.
Amadeus just kind of lets go of you. He looks pale as a sheet and it's like, oh god, so these are the people we have to rely on.
You wouldn't expect sane people to do it, would you?
But Amadeus, we should really just get going. This is a walking and talking situation. Hopefully.
They never even gave me condolences for losing truffles. I am
I
insulted.
don't think they knew about your pig.
I said that I lost a very important friend.
Yeah.
And he was all like, meh. Look at me, I've got 4 eyes.
Amadeus, you can see him raise his glasses up and rub between his eyes. It's like, just follow me. Maybe we'll be able to do something about this. And he quickly starts heading back off. In fact, he seems to be heading to a kind of a back alleyway of the council hall area. And with that, would you like to take our 15-minute break?
Yep.
Yes, please.
Oh, we'll be back in 15 minutes, everyone. Get your drinks, get your snacks, and good lord.
And more booze.
I'm gonna need some booze.
I haven't started drinking yet.